Hello, this is JP Costa, and I'd like to give you a quick overview about the company I'm involved with. I've been part of this company for the last 17 years. I started when I was 22 years old, and it's really changed my life in so many ways from a point of view of having time freedom and financial freedom, but also being able to travel all over the world. And when I started when I was 22 years old, I was just looking at a way of earning extra income. And little did I know how much this company would change my life. And I'd still been doing this 17 years later. And what a blessing. So I'd like to give you a brief overview and just share with all of you a little bit about um, what Mannatech's all about, how it works, and why people specifically right now need to be looking at an opportunity like the vehicle that we have, because I honestly feel this is the best vehicle out there for people to have a look at because of all the mega trends that are taking place, and where we're seeing health and wellness going, and why we're perfectly positioned to take advantage of that. So I'd like to just open my presentation, and I hope you can all see my screen. Um, so just briefly about Mannatech. So why Mannatech? The first thing is financial freedom and time from a time and money point of view. So this is why a lot of people get involved in Mannatech. They want to be their own boss. The biggest reason is obviously because of health and wellness. That people are looking for better solutions. Retirement, people being concerned about their retirement, where this gives them the opportunity to provide for their retirement, earning a passive residual income, growing as a person because of the personal development and how this business allows you to grow and change. The tax advantage you get from having your own business, being able to travel. We've got incredible incentives. I've been able to travel all over the world with the company. On every single year, we've got a South African incentive, but there's also global incentives that you can qualify for. For some of us, it's to make a difference, and for others, it's to help other people, whether it be with their health or even with the opportunity. So we've got two choices. The one thing is to shrink your dreams and settle and do nothing about it. And the other is to increase your income and time by building your part-time Mannatech business to create a passive income by helping others with their wellness and also with the Mannatech opportunity. So Robert Kiyosaki speaks specifically about a cash flow quadrant, and his book that he first wrote called Rich Dad Poor Dad. He speaks a little bit about the cash flow quadrant, but the second book is specifically about the cash flow quadrant. So I just want to draw your attention to the four different quadrants. So the first is the employee quadrant, which is where the majority of us are in, and that's where you trade time for money. So if you don't work, you don't have an income, you work for someone. In a traditional job, people would work for 40 hours a week for 40 years long, and hopefully they can retire on 40% of what they were earning what they were earning when they're working full time. So for a lot of people, the strategy doesn't work. And then, the S quadrant, which is for the self-employed and small business owner, you work for yourself, but your income is dependent on your own efforts and your own time. And if you don't work, there's no income coming in. So he's urging all of us to make a shift over to becoming a business owner because you get to leverage off a system and you've got people that work with you and for you. Um, and you get to build a business without your direct involvement because you have so many of the other things being taken care of because you are not having to be there all the time, and you can build your business, set it up, and you're able to actually create a generational business where the business carries on and continues whether you're there or not. And we are obviously able to do that with our Mannatech business. And of course, a lot of people become investors where money works for them through stocks. It might be in property investments they've got. And also, Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book, Why He Recommends Network Marketing for a lot of people, because you can get to tap into a business that's been around for a long time, but you are able to create more time, and you're also being able to create an additional stream of income, because that's what gives you freedom is having time and money, but also having your health, and of course, being able to pay the least tax possible. So on the cash flow quadrant, you'll see the E and the S side, which is on the left-hand side. They work for money, limited time and money, and obviously very high income tax. So in South Africa, our income tax is anything from 18 to 45%, and 90% of the people are on the E and the S quadrant, and they only earn 10% of the money. Whereas on the B and the I quadrant, which is on the right-hand side, you have money and systems that work for you. And you're able to create freedom from a time point of view, from a money point of view, you're able to build generational wealth, and also it becomes very scalable. And this is where 90% of the world's wealth is on the right-hand side. So the traditional plan that people follow is what they call the 40-40-40 plan. And we spoke about this earlier, where you work for 40 hours per week for 40 years, retire on 40% of your investment that you've built up. So through your entire lifetime, you've got about 480 paychecks. Now, what statistics in South Africa tell us is that only 36% of people in South Africa have a retirement fund or pension fund in place. So that tells you that 64% of people are not even thinking about retirement or haven't even got anything in place. And of the people that retire, only 7% of them feel that they're well prepared. So remember that only 36% of people are actually have got a retirement plan in place. And of the 36%, only 7% of them feel they're well prepared. And of those working, only 6% of them are considered on track to retire comfortably. The other thing that all of us have to take in consideration is the fact that most people who retire will need to work past the age 65. So they won't retire. They will have to work for money until, almost until the day they die because of what inflation does and increased living costs. And, people are living a lot longer, and we're not taking in consideration things like healthcare and assisted living, nursing homes, frail care, hospice, or even palliative care. So most people don't have a retirement plan in place, and that's why I want to strongly urge you to have a look at the Mannatech opportunity as a way for you to provide for your retirement, but also to create additional income streams. So quite an interesting statistic that I worked out regarding retirement is the fact that, if you're working at, over a 40-year plan and your expected annual return is 7%, there's something called the 25 times rule. So which means whatever your annual expenses are, you're going to have that invested when you retire, which is going to be 25 times whatever you retire. So if you're earning 20,000 a month right now, you're going to have to make sure that you've put away at least 6 million rand when you want to retire at the age of 65. If it's 40,000 rand a month that you're earning right now, you're going to have at least 12 million rand invested when the day you retire. And if you're earning over 60,000 rand, it's over 18 million rand that you would have had to put away towards retirement. Now, the interesting thing is if you follow a plan at the age of 25 and want to retire on 20,000 rand a month, or 40,000 rand a month or 60,000 rand a month, you'll see on the left-hand side at the bottom, it says 6 million, 12 million, 18 million. Now, if you start investing at the age of 25, now remember, this is after tax income. So this is, on top of all your expenses, you're still having to put this away. So if you can start doing that by the age of 25, you need to be putting away at least 1,260 rand a month. If you want to end up at 12 million, it's going to be 2,520, and 18 million, it's going to be 3,780 rand. Now, if you haven't done that and you start doing it by the age of 35, you'll see that those numbers change to 2,710, 5,420, and 8,130 that you're going to have to be putting away every single month if you want to be on track to retire. And if you get to the age of 45, it then becomes 10,000 rand just to earn 20,000 rand a month in retirement. It's over 20,000 rand you'll be investing so you'll be having to invest 20,200 rand a month to get to 40,000 rand a month. If you're only starting at the age of 45, then you'll see it's over 30,000 rand. If you want to get to 18 million, which will give you 60,000 rand a month, then at the age of 55, if you haven't provided enough for your retirement, it goes all the way up to 37,600, 75,000 rand, and then 112,000 rand. So most people are not able to retire because of the inflation, how much your investment has to grow by. So, if you look at the formal sector in South Africa, I looked at South African average incomes, is that it's about 28,231 rand per month. That's your formal sector, people with a job, that's what they're earning. Your top 10% of people in South Africa earn around 60,000 rand per month. Your bottom 10% earn less than 10,000. And the medium average, and I'm not talking about a household, I'm talking about an actual person. If you look at the annual household income, it'll bring up the average to about 8 to 9,000 rand a month. But the medium income in South Africa for the average person is 5,417 rand. And your gross income tax is 18 to 41%. So, obviously, the more you start earning, the more you start paying in taxes. Now, I looked at some of the average incomes that that different occupations earn in South Africa. Um, as a small business, it's about 17,200 Rand. As a bookkeeper, anything from 12 to 20,000 Rand per month. An executive assistant, 20 to 30,000 Rand a month. Data analysis, 30 to 50,000 a month. As a pilot, between 50 and 90,000 Rand per month. A chartered accountant, anything from 45 to 80,000 Rand per month. A software developer, 30 to 55,000 Rand per month. A mechanical or civil engineer, anything from 32,000 to 60,000 Rand per month. A teacher, 20 to 30,000 a month. A personal trainer, anything from 12,000 to 36,000 Rand a month. So if you're looking at those incomes and what you have to put away and invest every single month, retirement becomes impossible for 99% of people in South Africa. And that's why it's important to know these things, because a lot of people don't take into consideration. They plan their holidays better than what they plan their lives. So we all need to have a look at what am I actually going to have to put away to be able to retire at the age of 65 and actually enjoy my life and not have to worry about the finances or what I'm earning every single month. Now, something quite interesting, if you're looking at the immigrational trends of South Africans, there's between 4 and 5 million South Africans living abroad. In the UK, you've got over a million. The USA, between 200 and 250,000 South Africans. Australia, between 300 and 500,000. Canada, 100 to 200,000. New Zealand, 40 to 50,000. The UAE, more than 50,000. Germany, more than 30,000. These immigrational peaks are happening between the age of 25 and the age of 65. Either younger people going abroad because of opportunities, or if they're not old, if people are older, then they would go and live there because they want to live with their kids. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because Mannatech operates in the UK, in the USA, in Australia, in Canada, in New Zealand, and in the UAE, and in Germany. So all of you know people living in those countries. So you're able to, with your Mannatech opportunity, to be able to create an income from all over the world. And what Mannatech will actually do, they'll convert those US dollars or those pounds back into rand. So you're actually able to build a hedge against whatever's happening with the rand, because you're able to build a global business, and you've got over 4 to 5 million people, living abroad, and we're able to reach these people through technology today, and we are able to share the product with them and even the opportunities. So you can build a global business working from South Africa. And this is not just focusing on people living in South Africa that these are people living abroad, that all of us know people living in these markets. Now, the mega trends that are taking place at the moment, there is 7 of them. The first being the wellness economic boom because of holistic health, preventative health. The global wellness economy is already at $5 trillion. When I started with Mannatech back in 2008, they were saying it's going to be the next $1 trillion industry. It's now a $5 trillion industry. So it's 5 times bigger than what it was, 17 years ago. Then the next thing you've got is e-commerce integration, where social selling has become such a worldwide phenomenon that people can buy online. They're comfortable to buy things from Temu and Takealot and Shein, and specifically subscription models. And if you look at the Mannatech model, people are able to buy the product every single month, and it creates a predictable income stream for you. Direct to consumer logistics, we are now able to do cross-border sales with no overhead. So, working from your laptop or your smartphone, you're able to have an online store and 24/7 online in 49 different markets. Then the generational shifts is the next trend, is where your Gen Z and millennials want flexibility. They want a side hustle. They want something that's got purpose and cause. The fourth trend is social media, influencer marketing, authentic trends, community-driven sales, where through short videos or even a platform like this, where people can very, very easily, they're able to reach out to lots of people, where if you think back 20, 30 years ago, you might have to send someone a DVD or a CD. You weren't able to use the technology that's available today. Then the fifth trend is the hybrid work and gig economy. Post-pandemic, a lot of people are now working from home. They want flexibility. They want to work wherever they are in the world, part-time. They want to choose the hours they want to work. And, and this vehicle allows you to choose your own hours and to create that flexibility, being able to work from home wherever you are with your smartphone or your laptop. Then the sixth one is trust and transparency. people are becoming more skeptical towards hype and traditional advertising where they see an advert with someone using a product or saying they're using a product, but that person's not using the product. They're being paid to advertise that product. They're not doing it because they're actually using the product, or they haven't even experienced the results because they're using that product. They are merely being paid to share a product or a opportunity with someone, yet they're not even using the product. So there's a lot of people becoming much more critical towards the skeptic, or more skeptic towards the hype that traditional advertising creates. So people want scientifically validated products backed by science. People want the research. People want trust and transparency. And then, of course, the seventh trend is technology and AI. The smart apps that we've created now, even with Mannatech, they've got a smart app where you can see data-driven insights. You can use things like ChatGPT that can answer any question you may have in Mannatech. And there's also the Mannatech AI app that you can also use, which is Mannatech.ai, which is also available. And everything is now online. It's all through apps, and being able to see what's happening in your business through the success tracker. And so these, if you look at these seven mega trends, Mannatech really forms part of all these seven trends. And that's why I believe we're at the right place at the right time. Just briefly, a little bit about Mannatech. So the company's based in Dallas, Texas. They have been in business for over 31 years now. We're a listed company on the NASDAQ under MTEX, and we got listed as a public company back in 1999. You have the opportunity to do business in 49 different countries. So working from home in South Africa, from your smartphone, you can have potential customers or associates in any one of those 49 different markets. With our scientifically validated products, there's over 19 published clinical trials. We've got over 150 patents. 70 to 90% of them are active because patents expire after 20 years. Mannatech has spent a lot of money on research and development, over $50 million. Our products are made under good manufacturing practices. We've brought a whole new technology to market, or science to market, called glycan nutrition, which is something that Mannatech's first products were formulated with, where we've got an edge on the market because people can't buy that anywhere else but through Mannatech. Globally, the company's done over $5 billion in sales over the last 30 years. We're a member of the Direct Selling Association, so we do everything with ethics and integrity, and we make sure that we do things right. So you're not getting involved in something that's a scam or not legitimate. Mannatech is a company that's completely transparent, and we do everything by the rule book. And for me, that gives me a lot of confidence because I want to be part of something that's going to be around for the next 30 years. And Mannatech's able to do that because of the amazing products we've got, and also because of the amazing company we're part of, and that we've got an amazing compensation plan that rewards people to go out there and go and share the product with people and actually keep customers on the product. And we also offer a 90-day money-back satisfaction guarantee on all our products. So anyone as a customer that wants to try that product for 90 days, if they feel those products didn't work for them, we'll give them a refund, because that's how much we believe in our products. And also, specifically, the reason why it's 90 days is because your body takes approximately 90 days to become glycosylated. So we don't want to give people a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is an industry standard, to be part of the Direct Selling Association. We don't pay any commissions on signing people up. We only pay commissions on customers and on product sales. And so we offer 90 days because we know that if people use the product properly for 90 days, they are going to experience results. They're going to start feeling better on the product. And you want to get people into a routine where they are using the products consistently, almost like getting a script from a doctor where it's for 7 days or for a month. This is a script that you got for 90 days to give your body optimal time to use the product and to utilize the product to give your body the best results. We've got a wide range of different products. I'm not going to go through all of them, but we've got integrative health products, we've got targeted health products, we've got essentials, we've got weight and fitness, and we've got skincare. So you'll see there's lots of different products that you can share with other people. The majority of people are already using these products. So most of your friends and family are already using a multivitamin mineral or an omega or a prebiotic. So we're able to share these products with people where it's a better product that they can use. It's got more research behind it. It's scientifically validated. It's got a 90-day money-back guarantee on it, and people are going to get amazing results from the product. And I've had customers that have used the product for the last 17 years. So, and that just goes to show how good the products are. And that you'll see there's products for kids, and there's amazing skincare. There's the product on the left-hand side, the Luminovation, the new skincare we've ranged from South Korea, has completely revolutionized our business. And of course, we've got, your your antioxidants, and we've got your gut health products, and our flagship product obviously being Ambrotos. And I'm not going to go into detail about the products, but you'll see there, that there's integrative health products, there's targeted health products, there's essentials, there's weight and fitness products, and of course there's the new skincare range we've launched out of from K Beauty out of South Korea, which people are getting phenomenal results from. So just quickly, there's a success system that's been set up. So it's low startup costs. It gives you flexibility. There's personal development. There's residual income potential. You can get to be your own boss. It's community and purpose driven. We do team building and recognition. Your business is scalable. So, you can get your account number this evening as an associate, and you could have someone this evening order the product from Australia or from the UK or from Canada, and you're able to earn that commission straight away. So your business straight away is completely scalable. And as your business grows, your expenses don't increase because of it being scalable, because Mannatech's already set itself up in those 49 different countries. And we've got a proven system. It's a global opportunity, and you get to leverage your own efforts by building a team of people and helping people on the product. So just briefly, if you look at the traditional distribution model, you have a company which manufactures or produces a product. That product would then go through to a wholesaler, a distributor, a retail store. There's advertising and marketing spent on the product. There's warehousing, there's delivery costs. And you, the consumer, then you buy the product ultimately. That's the traditional distribution model, like most people understand it. Now, how Mannatech works is we're a direct selling company. So Mannatech, what we do is we are a research and development company. We take 56% of the turnover of the company goes towards developing the product, towards running the company, towards having offices in all these markets, setting up the whole back-end system of your business. And then we also, what we do through word of mouth marketing, personal recommendations, we then pay commissions, bonuses, incentives, and also M5M, which is Mission 5 Million, where every month that a customer uses the product, we will in fact nourish a child for a whole month in the products as well. And you, the customer or consumer of the product, can order directly from Mannatech. And the associate and the customer, associate being someone that's building the business or is doing this to create an extra income or looking for opportunity, the customer being someone that just consumes the product, but you all pay the same, but you're buying directly from the company. And we work in a point structure. So one PPV, which is PPV stands for personal product volume. So one point is about approximately 15 Rand in value. So 100 points would be plus minus about 1,500 Rand. So if you go and add up the different products that you use, most people use approximately around 1,500 of the products, but you can use less, you can use more. So it just makes it easier with having a point structure to see the different points in the different markets and then to work it back into a common denominator. So we pay 6 different types of commissions, the first being the first order bonus. So if you're an associate, you share the product with someone, 20% of whatever the consumer pays for the product is actually paid to you in whatever they bought in products. So if they bought 1,000 Rand of the products, you earn 200 Rand. Just because you did the referral, we're a word of mouth marketing company. The second is the customer bonuses. So these are on ongoing sales of that person that ordered the first time. In the second month, they look at the customer bonuses, what your points are, and then you would actually get back based on the points that you've created on the ongoing orders. So, for instance, if you have someone ordering in October, you'd get paid the first order bonus on that customer. But then in month 2, which is now November, if you have any new customers that order, you'll still earn the first order bonus. But on all the existing customers that you have had in October will get allocated to November, and then you'll earn your customer bonuses on all your existing customers, and first order bonuses will pay out to new customers. So that's basically the first order bonus and the customer bonuses. Then we've also got something called a mentor bonus. So a mentor bonus pays out on every individual that you personally enroll as an associate, and you actually helping them and encouraging them and working with them to get them to different leadership levels. And you'll see those can range anything from 300 Rand to about 1,000 Rand. The I don't want to go into detail about exactly what those requirements are, but I just want you to have an understanding is that when you sign up with Mannatech, that there's someone that's going to help you get to the next level because they are mentoring you to the next level. So if you make a success, they can make a success, but yet never forget that you can actually earn a lot more than someone that is mentoring you. So no one's reached the top of the compensation plan. So even if you're getting started today, you can earn more than someone that introduced you, or even someone that's been doing this for 30 years. And it's all based on your own efforts. And then the fourth is the uni level bonuses, which are overrides on enrolled associates on their product customers. And these work in different levels. Then you get something called leadership check match. So we reward people for helping other people get to certain leadership levels. So that's why if you listen to this call and watching this video, is know that the person that's sharing this with you is actually there to help you because, if they can help you earn an extra 10,000 Rand a month, they'll be earning extra 2,000 Rand a month. If they can help you earn an extra 100,000 Rand a month, they'll be earning 20,000 Rand a month. So there's a vested interest in the person that's sharing this with you to actually help you. But never forget that the person who works the hardest or the person that helps the most people will always earn the most. And then, of course, we've got what they call the global bonus pool. And what they take is 1.5% of the global sales for the month. Then it gets shared amongst all the bronze presidentials and above. And that's obviously that fluctuates every single month depending on global sales, and that gets put into a pool that gets divided amongst all the bronze presidentials and above, in almost in a share in shares, not shares in the company, but actually whatever the total amount is that gets split amongst all the bronze presidentials and above in a certain ratio. And then there's something called business development bonuses, which is just something called Team 2, Team 4, Team 6, Team 8, Team 10. This is about you building your PPV or personal product volume with you and your customers to 500 points, then helping others to do the same. So if you help two people do that, you earn 1,000 Rand on top of all your other commissions, and you can earn all up to 8,500 Rand on helping other people to help themselves to obviously to get people to use the products and increasing their personal product volume. So the compensation plan, there's two different incomes. There's what I like to call the active income, and these are on the first order bonuses. These are the quick commissions you can earn, and also on the power seller bonus, which is the anything from 10 to 30%. And then your passive income, which is your long-term income, that's really on the mentoring bonuses, on the uni level commissions, on leadership check matches, and on global bonus pools. So in the beginning, you'll be earning a lot more commissions on the active incomes, and later you'll be earning a lot more on your passive income, because remember you're doing this to create a passive income where the money can come in every single month because of the leadership you've developed and the team you've put in place, and where you're not individually having to do all the product sales or service all your customers, because you've got tons of customers using the product every single month, but your associates have also got tons of customers using, or dozens of customers using the product, and you're able to then earn commissions on that. And because you put a team in place, those incomes can then exponentialize, and you can earn that income every single month, going forward, as long as those customers are using the product. So the compensation plan, I'm going to explain this as an associate. So to be an associate, obviously, is going to cost you 850 Rand. It's once off, but you'd like to buy some product as well. And you obviously earn your active commissions, as I mentioned earlier. On your customers, you earn the first order bonus. And also on associates, you also, if they buy a product, earn the first order bonus of 20%. And then you'd earn the power seller bonus, which is 10 to 30%. So those are ongoing orders. The first month that someone orders is 20%. All orders ongoing from there will be between 10 and 30% of whatever the total spend is that customer is spending. Um, and um, and and if you bring on new people, you'll still earn the 20% in, let's assume it's November, you'll earn 20% on your new customer, but on your customer ordered in October, that'll then form part of the power seller bonus. And that can be anything from 10 to 30%, where the first order bonus is set at 20%. So this is you at the bottom here. Your first step is to get your PPV up towards 500 points. And as I mentioned earlier, 1 point is approximately around 15 Rand. So 100 points is about 1,500 Rands worth of products. So if you have 5 people ordering 100 points, that's 500 points. So that's your first goal. So the total sales that you've created is about 7,500 rand. So your commissions that you're earning every single month is approximately 1,500 rand. So that's your first step to be able to do that. So that's you using the product with maybe 4 or 5 other friends that are also using products on a monthly basis. Step two, so you'll see there, so there's you've got your 5 customers. So you're an associate with customers that are using the product. And you'll see there at step one, and you'll see step two. So remember, step two is the power seller bonus. So those are recurring orders in your business. Step one is on the new people that are ordering. But something quite interesting here is the fact that if you're an associate, 20% commission is paid to you as an associate on the customer. But if that customer refers another customer, that customer earns 20% in loyalty points. So what we have is every single month that a customer orders the product or even an associate, we pay 20% loyalty points on those orders. So a customer can in fact refer another customer and actually earn loyalty points by getting their product for free. You will then earn the 20% commission override because you're an associate. So you'll see there it says associate, customer, customer. So you've got a customer, you earn 20% commission. If that customer refers any other customer, that customer will earn 20% loyalty points, which will be allocated towards their other customer they referred. And you as the social earn 20%. So at the bottom there, if you look at step one, if your first goal is to find 5 customers, each ordering 100 points, that's 500 points, you're earning 1,500 a month. But if your step two is then to look at those 5 customers that are using the product and saying to them, let me help you get your product for free. And by doing that, there'll be 25 customers. So those customers in step one will now get their products for free, but you've now got additional 25 customers. So your commissions on that is going to be approximately 9,000 a month that you're just earning on customers. And in fact, you might have some new customers that are joining that you're personally getting on board. But these are just with existing customers. And once again, if we can help those customers that we've got the product for free get their products for free, then you've got over it's 25 new customers that you've helped each get their product for free. Then you're earning over 56,000 a month just in customer volume. You haven't even signed up one associate to build the business. So this is all the active income part of the business. Now, the passive income is the commissions that where you're building a team of people, not just with customers. So step one is building your customer base, your power seller bonus, which is between 10 and 30%. So that income, as I mentioned earlier, can be anything from 1,500 rand all the way up to 56,000 rand, and it can even be more than that if you've got more customers. Step two is building and developing through team development bonuses, mentor bonuses, leadership check match, union level commissions, and a global bonus pool. So how this then looks is, in step one, I've explained the customers. Now I want you to start thinking about getting other associates, people that want to build the business. So here's you doing 500 points. If you help 4 different associates, and let's assume in your first month, your goal is or your first step is to help those 4 associates also do their 500 points. Your total downline point volume that you're doing is 2,500 points. So it's called DPV, which means it's downline point volume. PPV means it's your customers, your personal order with all your customers and all their customers' orders. Now, you'll be a silver director at this stage. So just your uni level check is going to be 1,800 plus whatever your first order bonus is, which is, remember, between 10 and 30%. So I mentioned there it's between 1,500 rand and 56,000 rand on your customer volume. But just with the building a team additional commissions, it's going to be extra 4,300 a month on top of whatever your customer commission is. So I hope that makes sense to everyone. It's you've got 4 associates all doing 500 points. You should be earning approximately 5,000 rand a month. And then added on to that would be whatever your first order bonus is and your power seller bonus, which, as I mentioned earlier, can be anything from 1,500 to 56,000 rand a month. Now, the next part of the compensation plan is if you can help your 4 associates. Now, remember, you're not just going to talk to 4 associates and the first 4 people you speak to are going to be your associates that are actually going to do it. You might have to speak to 50 people or 100 people or 200 people to find your 4 associates that are actually going to actively build the business. But if we can help associate 1, you'll see there it says A1, A2, A3, A4. If we can help each of those 4 associates each to do their 2,500 points like what you did in the previous slide, then you'll be at over 10,000 points and you'll be called a silver executive director. And once again, you'll earn your first order bonus with your power seller bonus, anything between 1,500 and 56,000 Rand. But then there are other commissions that also start kicking in, like your team development bonus, which is 2,500 Rand, your mentoring bonus, which can be anything from 2 to 8,500 Rand. Um, you've got your you've got your sorry, I'm just looking through the slide here. So you've got your uni level check that's going to be paying out. So it's whatever the first order bonus is in the plus seller bonus or on your customer volume, plus an additional approximately 16,500 Rand if you doing it like what I'm explaining here, and you're going through the process of helping four associates find four associates, all with customers of 500 uh, PPV per month. And that's going to give you 16,500 Rand a month that you'll be earning. On the next step, once again, if you duplicate that again and you help your four associates do their 10,000 points. So remember, it just started with you doing 500 points. Then you sign up four associates, help them do the 500 points. Then you help those do the same. Then you help those do the same. And just so you've still got your first order bonus with your power seller bonus, whatever that amount is. But on top of that, you've got all these other missions. Your team development bonus, which on top of that can be anything from 2,500 Rand to 8,500 Rand. You've got your mentoring bonus, which can be anything from um, 4 to 10,000 Rand a month, because you've already done the team development for. You've already helped your four people do their 500 points. So you now straight away go to team four. Your mentoring bonus, your uni level. So the total volume we would have created in this instance would be about 600,000 Rand of the sales. So your commission just on that part is going to be about 50,000 a month. Plus, then you've got your check match, where you are now check matching people in your organization. So your first leaders, which will be your silver executive directors, you'll check match all of them at 20%, and if they've got any executives, it will be at 20%. So roughly that should be approximately 9,600 Rand. So it gives you a total of about 64,000 Rand. But this could be over 100,000 Rand if you're earning on your first order bonus and power seller bonus if you have built that customer base big enough. So that is what we call presidential director, which is 40,000 points. Then the next step is becoming a silver presidential director, and there are other levels in between, but I'm just trying to simplify it to show you what happens if you duplicate it with helping four people do 500 points and doing the same thing and just duplicating that process. But if you help four people to each qualify presidential director, so they're each doing their 40,000 points, you've got 160,000 points in volume. And this can take you a year, it can take you 2 years, it can take you 5 years, it can take you 10 years. It really is going to take as long as how much effort and time you put into it, and how many people you're speaking to, and how much you plug into the system. So you still earn your first order bonus and power bonus. You earn your team development bonuses, your mentoring bonuses, which can be anything from 4 to 10,000 or more. Your uni level check, which means basically the percentage you're earning on total sales that are being done, that's going to be over 192,000 Rand a month. So I mean that's extraordinary, because you're creating 2.5 million Rands worth of sales per month. So your commissions just on that one income can be up to 192,000 Rand if you've built it correctly. Your check match on that could be over 38,000 Rand per month. So if you go and add that with your silver director, where you're getting 2 shares in the global bonus pool, your commission is going to be anything from 100 to 250,000 a month as a silver presidential director. And then on the next step is, once again, if you can help four people, and let's see this is a 10-year game plan or a 5-year game plan, if you can help four people get to silver presidential director, you'll have over 640,000 points in your business. And you're not called the 2-star platinum presidential director. So you earn your first order bonus that you were earning earlier with all your other commissions, your mentoring bonuses, your team development bonuses. But your uni level check for this is going to be, because of the total sales you're going to be doing, is going to be over 9.6 million Rand per month in total sales. So your commission on that's going to be approximately 768,000 Rand a month, just on the volume that you've created for the company. Your check match on that's going to be over 153,600 Rand. Then you're getting 4 shares in the global bonus pool. So your commissions per month here is going to be over a million Rand per month, which is over 250,000 a week, which is almost 30,000 a day. And this is not impossible to do this. My upline 2-star platinum presidential, they've done this. So this has been done before. There are many people have done this before. No one has reached the top level of the compensation plan. So even if you see this as a 2-year plan or 5-year plan or a 10-year plan, it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take you time, and it's going to take a decision for you to decide what you want to achieve from this. But ultimately, if you can share this with enough people and find people that buy into a vision of changing their lives, I mean, there's no reason why you can't become a 2-star platinum presidential earning R1 million a month. And that's been done. That's been done before. And there are people that qualify 3-star and 4-star. Crown Platinum Presidentials, no one's ever qualified at that level, but that's something that all of us can work towards or aspire towards. That all is based on how many people we can help make a success. So I just want to close with a presentation and say, what would you do with an extra 1,500 per month? Well, 1,500 a month doesn't sound like much, but if you invested 1,500 from the age of 25 to the age of 65, you'd have over 6 million rand invested, which will give you 20,000 rand for the rest of your life. So 1,500 towards your bond, what difference would that make? Or towards your car payment, or towards your kids' education, or saving up for a holiday. But let's start thinking about extra 5,000 a month or 15,000 a month. What would you do with that? Extra 50,000 a month, would you still work your job? Would you maybe be a full-time dad or mom? Extra 100,000 per month would maybe at that level over there, that maybe not you or your spouse have to work. You might just do this full time. Some people have built it all the way up to this level, still working their full-time job. With 250,000 rand per month, what difference would that make in your life? I mean, what would you start doing for holiday? Where would you live? Where would you travel to? And of course, if you can start earning R1 million per month, what would your life look like then? Would you just take a whole year off and just travel? Would you just donate all that money? Would you? But I mean, so thinking about that, if you knew that every single month there was R1 million coming into your bank account, but it's only because you've helped a lot of people to achieve to achieve their dreams and goals. And that's why the key thing with this evening, well, with this presentation, is the fact you've got to realize that it's not about you, it's about how many people you can help make a success. And if you help enough people get what they want, you can have what you want. And that's ultimately where I just want to close off this evening, is to say that, whatever number, sort of sort of reflects back at you, and I want to think about that and think about, what would you do with that extra income, whether, and what would you give up to earn that extra income? Because it's not just going to happen on its own. There are going to be sacrifices. It's not easy to do. It does take time and effort. So, but whichever number jumps back at you, start thinking about, what would you do, or would you have a more serious look at this? And would you get back to the person that invited you to listen to this and say, do you know what, can you just explain to me again how this works? How am I able to start a business for 850 Rand, build it all over the world, be part of all those 7 mega trends I spoke about, be able to create an additional income stream, where I can be paid anywhere I'm living in the world, but also being able to help a lot of people in the process of sharing this with other people, with their health and with their finances. And also being able to help a lot of kids, because every single month that you order the product for yourself, you're also nourishing kids that are malnourished, through our M5M program. So you can make a huge difference in the world. So I hope this all makes sense to all of you. And if it doesn't, then please get back to the person who invited you, so they can obviously just give you a better overview of everything. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. And thank you very much for listening. And if you've got any questions, jot them down. And the person that invited you to listen to this, or even if it's me that's asked you to have listened to the call, write down what questions you have, and we'll get them answered for you. And yeah, you must have a lovely evening or a lovely day. And thank you for your time. Much appreciated.